There are more ways to say or give a message or communicate each other than just with words. 93% of our whole communications are nonverbal. This means that only 7% of the things that we want to show and how we feel, we communicate through our words. There are 9 types of nonverbal communications: eye gaze, gestures, paralinguistics, proximity, body language, haptics, appearance, and artifacts. One of those things are really important for us so we can portray a message that we want to. For example, eye gaze, the way we try to do eye contact with someone to get their attention, or avoid eye contact with someone is to tell them that we're not really interested in their message. Paralinguistic is our tone of voice, how we use our voice, and how loud it is and how loud we're doing it. It's a way that we show a message. For example, when we start screaming, we're trying to say that we're angry. We all have that sarcastic voice. That is a paralinguistic way to show a different message than what we are actually saying. Our body language changes a lot too. When we feel comfortable and when we don't. How we sit, how we stand, how we even walk says a lot about us and a lot about what we're trying to show the world about us. Haptic is important too, because it's also another way of how we see each other, how we see everything. Artifacts is the one that we use objects to create a message. For example, it's pretty simple, the clicking one. Have everyone seen that boy or girl who always do the clicking pen? It's kind of annoying, but for them it's trying to show them a message that they're trying to share with others, that they're feeling anxious, they're feeling something, and that's a way that they can show that to us. Another important one is our gestures, how we use our face. Our facial expressions are so important too, to know when to show a message that we are showing to people. There are many ways we project a nonverbal communication, whether we are aware of it or whether we are not. The space how we use it is important for us to do it too, but we just have to be aware of what other people are trying to communicate to us too. This is why I think it's so crucial and important for everyone to understand the importance of knowing these things, of knowing how people communicate to each other, and how people communicate even with no words can say a lot more than when they're speaking. When I used to live in the Dominican Republic, and in the Dominican Republic they french the nose a lot, and this for them is saying what, like I didn't understand, what do you mean, I didn't hear that, can you repeat that? That's what they're trying to say when they do this. But I'm from Mexico, and in my country that means I'm angry, I don't like you, I'm disgusted. And going to the Dominican Republic and seeing these facial expressions were kind of odd to me. Like, I didn't understand what they were trying to be, if they were trying to be rude to me or they were not. But during that time and throughout the time, I understood what did that mean. What does that mean? I think this is important because a lot of our problems in this life is through miscommunication and misunderstanding with people. And if we get to understand the other person's perspective and what they're trying to communicate, the message that they're giving us, will save a lot of time trying to understand something that we already know. Body language is one of the most important ones on this, and this is shown by our posture and by how we sit, how we stand, how we even walk. They're important, all those things, to understand in order to know a person that might want to say something just by their body language. I know that there are many ways to communicate, but this is one of them. This is one of the most important, and we have to know and understand the importance and how we communicate us message and how other people communicate each other, so we don't have to have miscommunication around or misunderstandings everywhere, and our problems could be much less.